Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 31 and the finale of albums that are 30 years old in 2023. We've been looking back together all month long at our favorite albums that came out in 1993 that are celebrating their... Tala's playing with a bone down below me. Celebrating their 30th anniversaries or birthdays this year. In 2023. From the finale here, I'm going to go to the jazz fusion genre for an album that came out in 93, released on B&W Music, produced by the guys in the band, specifically the leader of the band. The album is called Simon Phillips Protocol Force Majeure. Simon Phillips, of course, the great legendary drummer who played with so many people, recorded with so many people, including Toto and Judas Priest and Michael Schenker and tons of other artists and bands. He's got lots of solo albums, but this great fusion band Protocol that he has been fronting for, fronting, he sits in the back on the drum kit, but it's his band. He's got a handful of releases under the Protocol name. Most of them have different lineups. Always top-notch instrumental jazz fusion stuff. In this particular lineup, he's got Anthony Jackson on the contrabass. Simon Phillips, of course, on drums, plays a little keyboard. You got the great Ray Russell on guitar, and Tony Roberts on horns and reeds and things like that. So this is a spectacular album that... I'm familiar with most of the other Protocol albums, but I want to thank George Lamy for sending me this particular one. This is kind of a little hard to find. This is actually kind of like a live album, too, but all original material that they released. It's got some standout tracks. The title track is awesome. Love Outback, which is really cool. The Goose is lots of fun. You got Harlem Nights. You got some drum solos on here. The Bottom Line's another really good one. Lots of grooves, lots of tasty melodies, spectacular guitar soloing from Mr. Russell. But when you listen to this, and if you go on YouTube, you can see lots of actual videos of the performance. Simon Phillips, what a player. It's one thing when you listen to Simon Phillips play. You're always can be amazed at that. But when you're actually watching video of him playing on some of this stuff, and the camera angles like going behind him on the side of him, and you can see those feet working, and just unbelievable stuff. He's such a tasty drummer, impeccable technique, but he plays with a ton of groove and a lot of finesse and lots of melody and whatnot too. The guy's just a monster behind the kit. And this is a great album, really great album. And if you want to hear more about this album and the songs more in depth, I suggest you watch a recent 4 Fusion Friday episode where this was one of the 4 albums we talked about. They all came from 1993, actually. So that's one of the recent episodes. So go check that out, and you can hear the 4 of us on the panel talking about Protocol, Force Majeure, as well as 3 other fusion bands from 1993. So so that's my pick for today. So if you have heard it, if you're one of the people who did watch that 4 Fusion Friday episode and you did go and listen to this album, let us know what you think of this album. If you've never heard it before and this is news to you, but you are impressed with the drumming of Simon Phillips, I suggest you go listen to this. Go check it out. Let us know what you think, but also list your final pick for day 31 here as we have counted down albums that are 30 years old all month long. Tomorrow, of course, we move on to the great riff masters of all time. That's right. I haven't picked out my full list of 30 yet. I've got half the list all set to go, and I'm just kind of fine-tuning and picking out the riffs. But tomorrow morning starts day 1 of our favorite guitar riff masters of all time. We're going to pick out our favorite 30 guitar players who, they delivered the riffs in whatever kind of musical style you like, right? But these are the guys who cranked out memorable riffs, whether they be really heavy or really tasty or even really just melodic, but the riffs are memorable, and for that you rank them high in the pantheon list of riff masters, right? I'm sure you're guessing a good chunk of mine are going to be guys who play some pretty heavy stuff, right? Because to me, riffs got to be heavy, for me anyway. But there's lots of other guys who create great riffs that aren't necessarily heavy. I mean, you might see some of those as well. And I'm going to pick out my 3 favorite riffs from each of these players. I don't want to say gentlemen, because You never know. There might be some female persuasion in there. I don't know. I kind of doubt it at this point. Possibly. Yeah, so that's starting tomorrow morning, so stay tuned. But of course, before we do that, we've got a bonus episode with all the honorable mentions from the from the year of 1993 coming up in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. I'll run down all the ones that didn't quite make the cut of 31, and then before you know it, we've got Mr. Martin Popoff coming in, joining me in the Funhouse in just a little while, so that's coming up also later this morning, so stay tuned for that and more. Also happening this weekend, we've got ranking the albums on Sunday. I will be ranking the catalog of Blood, Sweat and Tears, the great horn band from the late 60s, early 70s. And great jazz rock band that sometimes doesn't get their due. So I'll be ranking, I think, was there 9 albums, 10 albums, something like that. I'll be ranking those albums on Sunday, and I hope to get you the next installments. I know I've been promising it all week, but just it's been a crazy week here. Another video looking at my music collection. We're going to be going and checking out and showing you off all the boxes I have in the closet that have all my jazz and fusion stuff, right? So I'm going to be going through all of those. That'll be happening on the next episode of that. And I hope to get you another overlooked and underappreciated live album episode this weekend as well. So a few things on the docket, so I hope to get you all that. And till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. See you real soon. Here with more stuff. The honorable mentions coming up in just a few minutes. Take care. Bye-bye.